You know, if we do have 8 justices on the Supreme Court maybe for a while, there is an argument, a conservative argument here, that it benefits conservatives who are freaking out over this. But Andy Lipow says it depends on how you look at it, because a lot of these guys in a 4-4 decision would have to revert to lower court rulings that were friendly to their views to rein in the president, either with an aggressive EPA or going after the coal industry. Anyway, Andy here to sort it out and the political machinations of all of this. First, Andy, on a 4-4 court and what that would mean. Lower court rulings that have not been friendly to the president on these environmental issues in particular would stand, right?
Well, that's exactly right. And when the Supreme Court is looking at giving a stay to the EPA on power plant emissions, they're sending it back to the appellate court to see how they decide. So if the appellate court rules against the Obama administration, then it's going to really impact the EPA's ruling for power plants.
And also this idea of government overreach. Of course, when it comes to executive actions almost by any president, the court looks askance at that, but we don't know how it would break down in a 4-4 situation. But in the meantime, you've noticed another phenomenon going on here. This might not involve the court at all, but just sheer politics in these coal-producing areas. Explain.
Well, absolutely. If you have regulations that are really shutting down the coal industry, and what you're having is loss of jobs in states like Kentucky or West Virginia or other places like Alabama and Mississippi, the man on the street is saying the government is doing nothing for us but taking away our jobs. We're switching our political allegiance to the other side, which means the Republicans, so those states become even redder.
So the political wind is moving right in that sense on these environmental issues.
Well, absolutely, especially in these coal-producing states, because the government has not provided them with an alternative job scenario to keep the people working.
All right, Andy, it's always good talking to you, my friend. I appreciate it.